it's about 9 a.m. and I turned InstaCart on a little before 7. But I was laying in bed because I was not ready to move. Anyway, I got this one. It's like 23 bucks. I think it was like 30 items, 47 units. I know it was a lot of units, and it's going like 6 miles. It's this customer's 69th order, so that's a great way to start the day. All right, that Instacart went okay. They had to, they wanted some lemon cake. They didn't have it, so I had to refund them on that. Then the only other problem I had, they wanted 2 cans of this one kind of soup and they only have 1 of it left. But I did some swindling for my tip where they wanted half and half, and they wanted a 64 ounce, like a half gallon. And they said if they didn't have the half gallon to get 2 of the quarts. And the quarts were like $1 less than the half gallon, so I got them 2 of the quarts to help out my tip, make sure I still get it. And yeah, that order was $240, so a $12 tip on that is trash. Like, that's, I don't know. They ordered all junk food. What do you expect? Alright, so after dropping off that Instacart, I decided to turn on the old Uber. The first one they sent me, man, 25 miles. And it's from Royal Farms, going to Baltimore. I will pass 15 Royal Farms just to get to Baltimore, and I know there's Royal Farms all over Baltimore, so why the fuck is the order, like, that makes absolutely no sense. That is like, and it's literally just like Uber giving a fuck you to all of us drivers, because like, and no matter how far or close it is, it costs Uber the same amount of money. You know, Uber just dispatches the order either way, but whoever works at Uber, they literally care so little that they don't, like, they're not even trying to make it profitable. Like, literally, like, chain restaurants, you're gonna take it 25 miles. Let's see how terrible this next one is. All right, next Uber, $5 going 7 miles. But the funny part is I'm like 5 miles away from the Dunkin' Donuts, so like that would be $5. I still wouldn't do it, even if it was only going a mile or 2. But still, if I was at the Dunkin' Donuts, that could be an okay order. But because I'm 5 miles away from the Dunkin' Donuts, that's absolute garbage. All right, it's about 11:15. I just got another Instacart. It's 26 bucks, going 8 miles, 27 items, 2 customers, shopping at Food Lion. All right, that Instacart went pretty smooth. It is 11:45, so real time from getting to the grocery store to getting it out in the car, that's 30 minutes. Oh yeah, the bread aisle was empty. Had a little bit of, replacement issue going on there, trying to figure out what the person wanted. Got that sorted. Then they wanted pork chops. Is that what yeah, it was pork chops. But anyway, all of them were marked down because they all expired tomorrow. So I messaged the customer just to let them know that. And they're like, well, I'm cooking it today as long as it doesn't look gross. And I was like, yeah, and it's cheaper. So they're hyped. I'm not hyped because the tip is going to go down. And also, that person ordered a bunch of like 6 packs of 20-ounce sodas. And for the diet Mountain Dew and the diet Dr. Pepper, I had to get them 2 liters instead of 6 packs, so that's a lot cheaper. This order was already not paying enough, and I'm gonna get hit on the tip, so that's disappointing. I'm gonna cry now. There you go. I had a feeling that second customer was going to tip like crap. They didn't. I asked them about replacing their buns, and they never replied to me about their buns. Anyway, then they got a freaking Porsche SUV and a BMW, and they're in this new neighborhood, and she tips $2.35. Like, if you're spending too much money on your cars and your house, like, go get the food yourself. You know, use that car you're spending too much money on to go to the grocery store that's a mile up the road and get the food yourself. Like, you'll save money. Then you don't got me out here mad at you because you're making me shop for your groceries for $2. You're a dickhead. All right, y'all, I got another Instacart. It is 1:15 now. So, you know, there's quite a bit of time in between each one of these orders, but I've been working on videos, so it's all good. And what? This one's 23 bucks, going like 4 miles. It's like 30 something items, 34 items. And what was it? Oh yeah, shopping for 2 people. I'm not hyped on that. That Instacart went real smooth. Right as I was getting in the car, I noticed that I rang up one of the bags of chips with the wrong order, and I like it that Instacart tells you that, because now I didn't mess up. I put the bag of chips in the right order. All right, first order, there was a little bit of confusion. It said I needed to call them on the box to get up, but then there was no numbers that corresponded with their apartment number, and I didn't have their actual name. Anyway, they gave me a code. Bada bing, bada boom, we made it. I got another Instacart. Man, I'm feeling swindled today. It's another like $23 one that's like 30 something items. But it's 3 o'clock now, so very slow day. Like, this is my 4th time shopping today. So yeah, hopefully it starts to speed up this evening, because we ain't making nothing yet. All right, it's 3:22. Got everything loaded in the car. That one went pretty smooth. I think I had to refund on, oh no, I refunded them, and then they picked a different, they wanted Stouffer shit on a shingle, if you know what that is. And then they replaced it with the fettuccine Alfredo. All right, happy customer. She was very pleasant. I'll be surprised if she was the one who didn't tip, because she lives in this super fancy apartment building that I didn't even know existed. I mean, it is kind of far, but yeah. Anyway, order dropped off. All right, I got another Instacart. It is like 26 bucks, going 9 miles. For what's it called? Sorry, I just found a parking spot. 26 bucks, 9 miles. All right, so that Instacart went all right. I'm kind of keeping my fingers crossed that the first customer is the one who didn't tip good, because I had to refund them on 2 different cat toys, and one of them, they wanted 2 of the cat toys, some banana that had catnip in it, and some mouse. They didn't have either one of them things. And then I had to replace, they wanted 2 boxes of candy canes, and they didn't have no boxes of candy canes, so they chose like some like peppermint candies. I don't know what you call them. They're peppermint and they're candy. Anyway, let's go drop them off and see how much I get paid. So after dropping that Instacart off, second customer, I don't know, when they came to the door, just they said hello, and I said hello, have a good night. And they didn't say anything, and I thought as I walked away, they didn't tip, and they didn't. But they got their one free delivery from me, so I'm putting them on my list, and I'm not delivering to them anymore. All right, I got another Instacart. I'm not really hyped on it, just because of how far I gotta drive, but it's like 37 bucks. And 18 miles, but it's only 14 items. But I have to shop at Food Lion and Wegmans. And shopping at Food Lion went all right, but they ordered a bunch of, like, I don't know, gluten-free stuff, so it just took longer than it should have, basically. But anyway, we got the Food Lion one out the way. Now let's cross our fingers that Wegmans doesn't freaking do what Wegmans normally does to me. Hopefully I can stay away from the Wegmans time machine and just stay in real time. Oh man, it is cold. I wish every Wegmans order could treat me like that. I finished that joint in like under 7 minutes, but I did have to refund them on a vegan tofu salad, which was the first item I went for, and they didn't have it. So, but both of these orders were like 50 bucks. So like, how am I making 40? Like who, or 37 or whatever. I did have to refund both of them on stuff. So who knows what's gonna happen, but still, it's a very high tip for very low items. And I'm putting my money on one of them tipped good and the other one, probably not.